I'm sorry, folks, if I'm a bit hungover. I drank a lot today and fell asleep on my couch. So I am not feeling good right now. You're probably going to see a side of me you've never seen before. I mean, I got like this when I found out Jenny was cheating on me. And to see it again, the two of them with this girl. I really should print out a fucking copy of Maria and this fucking animal. I'm just not feeling good, folks. I'm not feeling good at all. I drank so much today when I got home. I literally went to, my neighbors called me over. Why don't you come sit down, hang out with us, stay with my family for a little bit. You shouldn't be alone right now. And that's exactly what I did. Like, I can't believe it. I seriously can't believe what happened today. I really don't feel good at all. I don't feel good at all. I told myself I wasn't going to drink any more of these, but at least at this time of the night, but I literally just woke up about a half hour ago and fell asleep on my couch. I can't believe it. You know, it's funny, somebody's pushing the smiley face emojis. You really don't know what I'm feeling right now. You don't care about what I'm feeling right now, do you? You think it's funny that people have literally played games with my life. I thought about this. I don't think it's funny at all. It gets to a point where you start looking at the big picture. This fucking world is just not worth it. And the people in it are not worth it. I've given so much of myself. And surrendered so much of myself. I simply don't believe it. What happened today? I went to go see with my own two eyes, without people hiding behind the fucking internet, without bullshit names and bullshit avatars, to see the skin bag, the meat bag. While at the same time, my sister said, you know, Wally, you're not going to like what I'm about to send you. And there it was, the photo of the two of them. I don't think it's funny. This is what I'm feeling right now. That's a real box cutter. The problem with this is I'm too much of a coward to do it. I'm too much of a coward to do it. I mean, I thought about it. Believe me, since I woke up, I thought about it, and I can't do it because I'm a coward. Yeah, I can't believe it. My sister sent me this photo today with a thumbnail. And she was just here this week. She cooked all this food for the two of us. We were snuggling in my bed. We were laying together, holding hands, kissing, all that stuff. And this is why I'm glad YouTube is implementing AI protections. I signed up for it, as a matter of fact. If YouTube's AI detects anything that even resembles me, it'll be automatically taken down. I'm so sick and tired of this fucking anonymity bullshit. What's going on, Gooey? I'm not doing good, man. If you saw the thumbnail, you know what's going on. I'm not doing good at all. I must have drank about a half a case of beer by myself, and I collapsed right here on my couch. I just woke up not that long ago. I really want to give a big shout out to my sister. You got to see what my freezer looks like. There's about 20 or 30 thin cut New York strips. My refrigerator is completely filled with groceries. You got to see what my refrigerator looks like from top to bottom. There's so much meat in my icebox. I work very hard. Like I just paid close to $400 to renew my business license so I can keep my eBay store going. I mean, it's not a requirement here in North Carolina to have a license for your eBay store. Yeah, you know who's pushing the emojis? It's the usual suspects. I'm a fucking fool. I'm the village idiot. I am the village idiot. I can't believe that I what I saw. And these wonderful African American churchgoers, when they saw me show up and I showed photos of Maria to them, they're like, "Oh yeah, we've seen her before. She's got a little boy." And I immediately went into a panic attack, and I started bawling out, crying in front of these grown women. And they all surrounded me and gave me a big hug. I showed them my medical cards from the trade center and my driver's license and all that stuff to show that like I'm the real deal. And they said that's the way of the world today. See the people pushing these smiley emojis right now in the bottom of the chat. I know who's doing it already. I'm the village idiot. It's what I am to them. When I saw what I saw with my own two eyes today, I broke. I wish these cowards would just say something in the fucking chat. And they can't. And then when my sister called me and said, "Wally, you're not going to like what I'm about to send you. Is this the same girl?" And I said, "Yeah, it's the same girl." And that's the photo in the thumbnail that all of you saw of this live stream. Another ugly, skeevy, slimy. It's fucking horrible, man. And the only reason I'm drinking Red Bull at this time, and I haven't done it in a while, I got such a pounding headache from all the beer I drank. And I want to thank my neighbors, a couple of my neighbors, as a matter of fact, who said, "We don't want you to be by yourself. Come on by. You don't need to be alone. Hang out with us for a little bit until you feel like, you need to go home." And I'm grateful that I have people like that in my life who actually take the time to actually show they care. I can't believe it. I work so hard for everything I have. I need to open a door, man. I need some fresh air. need some fresh air. I don't care how hot it is out there. When my sister sent me that photo today, she's like, Wally, you're not going to like what I'm about to show you, and I'm going to block this bitch. You caught her cheating. You saw them, right? I'm like, yeah. And I couldn't believe it. And, you know, like I said, there was a church group of African American women there and some Hispanic women are like, is that her? I'm like, yep, right there. Here's the photo of the two of them my sister sent me. I want to drink. I don't know if my body can tolerate any more beer. I bought 2 bottles of Merlot and another case of beer, and I drank a half a case of beer on my own. To see it in front of your face and then to have it verified. My sister, I mean, you know, kudos to my sister for learning how to do this kind of stuff. Is this her? I'm like, yep, that's her. You're not going to like what I'm about to show you. And there it was. I'm going to print out a copy. I don't believe it. I promised my sister I promised my sister I wouldn't show certain details of what she sent me in this message that's here. But I'll cut the photo out because of what's in here. She cheated on me this whole time. I should have known. I promised my sister I'm not going to show details of this message. Here it is. That's the 2 of them. That's the 2 of them. Just like Jenny, what Jenny did to me. Just like what every other woman has done to me. Look at it. This is what it looks like to be cheated on. Look at him. Look at him and look at me. A bald-headed, overweight, fat fuck. I just don't believe it. She was just here in the beginning of the week. You know, people think it's a joke to have your life played with like this. And I can't believe this. Look at him. She was just here in my home this week. Yeah, I already know who's pushing the smiley faces. I know it's probably Kevin Coburl. It's probably Dan King. It's that whole New York, that whole hater club that just fucking hates me for no reason. I'm the village idiot. And they really think it's funny, and it's not. You have no idea how tempted I am. When I'm looking at what's in front of my face here. The problem is I'm too much of a coward to do it. You know, I understand all that stuff, Gooey. I don't understand the fucking world we live in anymore. I really don't understand the world we live in. Those church women that were over there today, they literally all gathered around and formed a daisy chain and all gave me big, big hugs. Very beautiful people. All churchgoers, all wearing, you know, God is love and all that kind of stuff on their t-shirts. And I literally I had a nervous breakdown in front of them and broke down in tears. I had a big thing of food for her. Whatever was in my car, I picked out the first homeless person they were trying to help, and I said, do you want that stroller? You want the car seat? You can have it for your kids. And whatever else was in my car, I just left it right there, and they all gave me a big hug and everything, and it was. But this is what my sister sent me when she was digging around. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I really don't believe it. It's just, I don't know which one was worse. This is awful. I don't even know if I can drink anymore. I can see I'm going to be up all night. But I really appreciate my neighbors on the other side of the property for telling me, hey, come hang out, sit with us for a little bit. You don't need to be by yourself. There's no reason to be alone. Come sit with us. And when they saw the photo on my phone of this, they couldn't believe it. Because I got multiple photos with us. That's why she took those clothes from my home. I'm I just don't believe it. I honestly don't even know what to say at this point. I mean, I want to thank my baby sister for digging this up. It's not even a week. Those beautiful African American women were telling me, those church people were telling me, this is what people do these days. This is the cruelty. Like Satan is walking among us these days. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, Christian, Catholic, agnostic, atheist, Republican, Democrat. In the world today, there's so much evil walking amongst us that you can never be fully prepared for what's going to come at you. And sometimes the people that give you the biggest smiles and the biggest hugs and the nicest compliments are the ones that are going to hurt you the most. And here it is. Not even a week. She was just here. She was just here. It's just It's not fair. And it's a shame because I fell in love with her son, too. I almost want to just start drinking again. I knew something was wrong even this morning when I woke up, when I did that live stream on the channel talking about how hot it was today. That just something didn't feel right. There was something wrong. There was something completely wrong. Something was out of place today. And I really want to thank those women today for really using their knowledge of the Bible and church to try to make me see reason that when it comes to good people, for every one good person, there's going to be 10 bad people, basically. And when my sister sent me this, and I saw what I saw with my own two eyes, I don't even know what to say. What's going on, Steve? I guess that's the first time I've seen you in the chat. Isn't it fucked up? I cooked for this woman. I drove her all over fucking Charlotte. I had her little son here. I bought him toys. I did picnics with this woman. And she was just here this week. She took over my kitchen and cooked all this food. But like I said, them church ladies, they put it in such great detail that there are people like that who will smile at you, pat you on the back, compliment you, make you feel good about yourself. And all they're really doing is just using you. It's you, Kevin, isn't it? Of course it is. There's only one man that would use that term towards my father. Go fuck yourself, and I hope your daughter gets raped in a fucking gas station. That's what I thought. Whatever disease your daughter has, I hope she dies of it. Fuck you. How's that sound? And for the rest of you that are sympathetic towards this, it's so fucking awful. It really is awful. To have to go through this again. Like we went on what, 3 big picnics? I don't believe it. I just don't fucking believe it. I understand now why my father locked himself up at home. This world is just too evil, man. Don't go anywhere, guys. I'll be right back. I want to take a look at something here quick. My apologies, guys. I'm sorry. It's just the fact, like, I can't, what I can't wrap my brain around is the fact that, like, it's just the lack of, it's the lack of decency. It's the lack of civility. It's the lack of consciousness. It's like that people can do this sort of thing. I'm so tempted to. I'm so tempted to drink more. I don't know if I can handle any more. I mean, I got home like around what, 7 o'clock, and I'm a joke. I'm the village idiot. Did you see the thumbnail, Penny, for this live stream? I actually spit. Where's the photo? I don't even know if I want to dig it out. I can't believe it. There it is. There's the two of them right there. That's what my sister sent me. I had to go look with my own two eyes to see this. No, it shouldn't be like this. I wish it wasn't. This should not be a thing. When my sister said, Wally, you're not going to like what I found, what I'm about to send you. And there it was. Look at him. Look at him. It's just like Jenny all over again. There it is. I don't even want to touch this anymore. I can't believe it. What the fuck did I do in my life to deserve this continued abuse and treatment by people? I try my best to do good for myself and for my peers, for the people here where I live, for the kids. You gotta see the steaks I bought. The refrigerator's loaded with fucking steak. I got a month's supply of literally, I have enough steak to eat for 30 days straight by myself. That's how much money I put into shopping today. But I had to go. I had to find out. I had to see. I had to look with my own two eyes. And then my sister did some digging for me and found that. I'm so tempted to crack open one of those bottles of Merlot. Why am I torturing myself over them? Because it's not fucking fair. It's not fair. I have everything a man can ask for. I work from home. I try to work from home. I can't change their degeneracy. That's what my father would say. My father would say the same thing if he were alive. That's why my dad locked himself up at home before he died. He couldn't take it anymore. He could not take the cruelty of the fucking world around him. He hated it, like I'm beginning to hate it. I've been hating it. Just none of it makes sense. You do the right things, you make the right moves, you take care of yourself. I mean, I'm happy my friends and my neighbors said, you know, come on by, come sit with us, hang out, throw down a couple beers. You know, I'll answer that comment right there. Who the hell wants to be by themselves all the time? If it wasn't for my friends and neighbors here where I live, I live a very solitary life. And I get tired of that solitary life. This has been going on for like most of my adult life, where it's like you get falsely accused of things. People's expectations are unrealistic. People command and demand way too much of you. You know, my life here in North Carolina, the only reason why I did what I did today is I needed to know. I needed to see it. Unfortunately, because of our penchant for hiding behind our computers and our cell phones and our laptops, is because people are cowards and they don't want to face the music of their own sins, of their own bad behavior. When I saw what I saw, when my sister confirmed it, yep, she's cheating on you, and I went to go see with my own two eyes, I couldn't fucking believe it. And I really thank my sister for taking the time to dig around on the internet. I don't know how she did it, but she did it. And that's clearly her. There's no mistaking. But I had to see for myself. I needed to see. Yep. Yeah, I did. He's about this tall to me. She was this tall, he's about this tall. And he looks like a potato. And like I said, that church group that was there, they were doing like a neighborhood thing for, like, you know, low income people and people that are having a hard time trying to raise money and stuff. I stood there like this, and they walked up to me and they're like, you know, you look like somebody that's in despair and hurting. What just happened? I'm like, did you just see? And I didn't make a scene or anything like that. And then I showed these ladies the photo. Yeah, whatever was in my car that I had, I left right then and there on the spot. There's still a few things that are here. I have a pair of her shoes that are here, and a box with all sorts of shit in it. I'm just gonna throw it in the dumpster tomorrow. That'll be the first thing I do. As a matter of fact, Here it is. That's the last of her stuff. Along with the swimsuit that I bought her. Brand new fucking swimsuit. Here are her shoes that she left here. Here's monster trucks and other toys I bought for her kid. Diapers, snacks for her son. I'm gonna give that swimsuit to my neighbor. It's still got the tags on it. But tomorrow, this whole box is going in a dumpster. I just don't fucking believe it. How do people just? I got to use the bathroom. Maybe me getting nauseous like the way I did this morning when I did that early morning live stream. That was God's way of telling me, prepare yourself. Something is coming down the road for you. You need to be physically and mentally prepared for what I'm going to show to you. I'm trying to tell myself that God, see, like here on my Mjolnir, the Aish Helmir is a protection symbol. I'm trying to inject religion into this, that this is God's way of protecting me. I'm really trying to tell myself that. I want to tell myself that. No, they are sick. They are sick. These people are fucking sick. It's sick that this is the world we live in. I got to use the bathroom. I'm sorry, folks. You know what? I don't give a shit. I really don't give a fuck. One of the biggest red flags is none of them registered any feelings for you about how you felt about your father when he passed. His photo's still here, right by my front door, right where I can see him. It's like Jenny. Jenny did all that shit to me right around the time when my father died. And she still attacks me for no reason at all here on social media. For no fucking reason at all. And it's just, you know, and I treated her like a princess, man. Just like I treated this girl like a princess. I told my mother this and my sister, when I talked to her today, when my sister found me that photo, I shouldn't even be drinking. I just don't give a shit right now. I really don't care. I really don't care. This is what drives a man to drink. It's just not, it's not fair. No one deserves this. That'll definitely knock me out tonight. No, I don't know. I just drank 2 cans of Red Bull to at least straighten myself out. I just as I've gotten older, I've realized that every action can have positive or negative consequences. And I'm sorry if I developed a conscience. So, I've developed a very deep sense of things these days. Oh man, I still got that Red Bull taste in my mouth. I just don't understand, like, how career criminals can keep reoffending again and again, knowing that they're doing something wrong, and they continue to do it. Over the years, I've learned to calm down and not just go off the deep end anymore. And think things through and think rationally, and not going cuckoo. And then I look at her shoes that are here. Like, where's the other shoe? There's another guy. I don't fucking know. I don't care. It's probably in my closet somewhere. But I want to give my friend that swimsuit. That's brand new. Brand new swimsuit. It was meant for the pool. Tags and all are still in here. Might as well give it to somebody that deserves it, Look at the toy, all the toys I bought for the kid. I usually enjoy Merlot. Right now, it just tastes like a mouthful of shit. How can people just, I know when I was younger, I really didn't give a shit about a lot of things. Look at this, all of her son's diapers. I bought these for her. For the kid when he comes here. Just like all of them baby wipes and everything else. Man, it felt good to have a kid running around. I have to admit it. Even when he was out in the patio with us, I had everything all nice and set up, and I cleaned everything and washed everything down, and I don't believe it. You know what I want to do? Where's the other shoe? There's the other shoe. You know, if my dad was alive, I'm sure he would have something very insightful to say, even though, like I said, he locked himself up at home. I'm sure he would have something insightful to tell me right about now. This is why grown adults have hobbies. That's missing link Optimus Prime. I always wanted the original Optimus Prime. I never got him as a kid. Now I got 6 of them, 6 different Optimus. Is it 6 or 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, technically 8. One of them's for sale on eBay right now, but there's such a simplistic charm and an innocence with these hobbies that I wish translated into real life, you know? We can tell you everything, my dude. You have to make a decision to put your foot down. You know, it's just, you know what it is? It's the illusion of companionship, you know? Like, you know, you can have all the friends in the world, and I do have a lot of good people in my personal life. But it's just that extra something is just not there. These women have completely lost their minds, man. I see this stuff. I see this stuff on YouTube all the time. I don't necessarily watch Manospherean content like I used to, but there are a couple channels I do watch just to, you know, kind of like keep an eye on things. And I understand now why guys choose to stay away from them. Look at how simple that was. I wish life was this simple. Like transforming an Optimus Prime. Well, that's the missing link Optimus Prime. Why can't life just be this simple? And it's not. It's amazing how a chunk of plastic and some die-cast metal can really, like, make you look at the world in a different way, you know? It's just so fucking bizarre. You can have everything in the world. Robin Williams famously said that. You can have everything. You can be rich, you can have money, you can have power, but you can still really feel alone. People can really make you feel alone. Look how he turned out. Any new eBay sales? I got one eBay sale. I did relist some stuff for auction. We'll see how that turns out. I got one sale. You know, it's crazy. Back in the 80s, early 80s, when he used to be Convoy in Japan before he became Optimus Prime, just think of the technical know-how and the thought that went into creating a toy that can transform into a robot in a truck. And then here we are 40 years later, and look what this thing does. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm trying to tell myself that. I'm really trying to tell myself that. It's just right now, like the wound is wide open. I feel like like somebody poured salt in the wound. But I had to go see. I had to look for myself. I had to see for myself. And when my sister confirmed what I already knew, you know what it is. My sister is married to a military police officer, and his father's a retired Long Island police officer out in Smithtown. I think it's Smithtown. And she knows little internet tricks, how to find things. And I said, do me a favor. Here's her phone number. Here's her picture. And within minutes, she's like, is this her? And printed out that photo I showed on. I'm not going to pull it out of the trash bin because I spit in it. And she's like, is this photo her? I'm like, yep, that's her. And it was the same guy. You can go back into the live stream and you'll see the photo. I spit on it and it's in my trash bin right now. The photo was a picture of her with this guy. She said, Wally, you're not going to like what I'm about to show you, and if it's what you're looking at right now, I just couldn't fucking believe it. I still can't believe it. You know, let me. I got your other account as a moderator. I just made you mod again here. I feel pathetic. I truly feel pathetic. I'm sitting in my car and I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm looking, and then it came through. You imagine? Can you imagine the brain power of taking a 1980s toy and getting it to do something like that? You know, it's like the simplicity behind it, the complex. That's an oxymoron. Complex simplicity. To simply get a toy to move its arm this way. That wasn't able to do it before. You start noticing things like that, you know? You really start paying attention to things like this after a while. For 40 years, I wanted an Optimus Prime, and now I got 8 of them. Even to get his leg to move like that off to the side, it's like a miracle of modern engineering, I guess. How simple a collectible can be, you know? I just wish life was like that. You know, let me open up my blinds so at least I can see outside. Turn on the other lights at least. That's much better. I couldn't believe it. He's a fucking 5 foot tall potato. That's the part of it I just don't understand. And how long has this been going on? Like, it's almost exactly like what happened with Jenny. She just upped and disappeared, and I had to find out the hard way. You know, I'm looking at this laser beak, even though it's a pretty shitty version of laser beak. It's just crazy how something so simple like this. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. What's going on, 99? How you doing? Um, yeah, I did go back and relist some listings as auctions, 5 day auctions over at my eBay store to hopefully generate some sales. As a matter of fact, I should pull. Shit. What was it? A Pee Wee Reese that I sold? It was a blue prism from Platinum Anniversary. Oh, these are base prisms. Yeah, I'm trying. Like, you know, I did relist some stuff again, like I said, as auctions over at my eBay store. Hopefully, I can get some buyers. There it is. That's the Pee Wee Reese I sold. I already got the shipping label printed. I mean, basically, that loan was to get a jump on things and to bolster my credit. You know, because I know I can pay that loan off in no time. You know, it was more to get a jump on because I had to pay the license through LegalZoom. I believe it was $345 for the next 12 months to maintain my LLC, because on your anniversary day you need a certificate of good standing, and then you need the paperwork to file for taxes for the following year, and everything else. You need a letter of organization. There's all sorts of stuff that's involved with it. So that loan took care of all of that in one swift stroke. And then I got all my bills paid ahead of time. Plus, I shopped for God. I probably spent that whole check went. My refrigerator and my mini refrigerator in the bedroom is completely filled with stuff. So I'm good for the next couple of weeks. Well, my rent is due in the next 2 weeks, so my regular income will be there, and then I could start chopping off this loan. I could probably, if everything works out with my eBay store, it'll probably take like 5 or 6 payments to get this loan paid off. It'll be done in like 6 months, but it all depends on my eBay sales, if I can get any sales. Now recently, like I said, I just relisted some stuff, but basically it was to get a jump. And the money I spent with this woman, and that's the part that aggravates me the most, and that's the most disappointing part of it all. I went out of my way, literally, it's no joke. It's like $80 a fucking week to go pick her up and bring her here. Well, past tense, anyway. That's what racks my brain. I feel like a sucker. Go back earlier into the live stream and you'll see the photo I showed of the two of them that my sister found. I feel like a sucker. I really feel like a sucker. I feel like a gullible asshole. Yeah, everybody's having trouble these days reselling on eBay. I see new videos every day coming out on YouTube from different types of eBay sellers, people that go to like Goodwill and resell. And like myself, I mean, my eBay store is majority baseball cards. And there's still some stuff I want to sell. I got 2 Megatrons sitting right there on my couch that I intend on listing. One is a Transformers Prime Megatron, an official release. And then I have Netflix Megatron. I got to find his weapons and his matrix that wraps around his chest. And then I got Earthrise Optimus I need to sell. I got to find his trailer. I'll probably list those for auction too. It's just people aren't spending the money. That's what it is. Everybody's holding on to their money. And I can't blame them. That's why lately, except in my review videos, you guys, like, I really haven't been pumping my eBay store that much because I'm not saying I'm throwing in the towel. It's just, it's so difficult right now for everybody. You know, and some of you have your own eBay stores too, but you know, like mine, I took to the next level, and it was doing great all the way up until a couple weeks ago. All of a sudden, everything just stopped dead. I mean, I did sell that Gammo 177 break barrel rifle. I sold all those Ben Rice rookies. I sold a couple of MAGA hats. My groceries have skyrocketed. This has to stop eventually. Yeah, it's because of Trump and all the bullshit. He's no different than fucking Biden, and that's the sickening part of the whole thing. Is that this guy was supposed to be the president of the people, by the people, for the people, and he turned out to be just as fake and phony as the rest of them. Gas price. You know what the gas price over at my local Sam's Club was like, what, $3.49 a gallon or something like that? Here in Mecklenburg County, everywhere else is $3.79, $3.69. I got 2 cases of my Red Bulls from Sam's Club. They're still on sale for $34 for a case of 24, so at least I got lucky with that. Gas was at $2.89 for 2 days, back up to $2.97. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Trump has been a huge, huge fucking letdown. That's why I'm selling my MAGA hats. I'm done with him. And every day I turn on my YouTube channel to, like, you know, because I'm subscribed to all these Star Trek channels and pop culture channels and this. Like, the only conservative channel I'm really subscribed to is Matt Walsh. The rest of them I got no use for. But, you know, unfortunately, I still get news in my feed, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell is going on, man? This world is just fucked. It's so fucked. Like, common sense has completely fallen from the wayside. Ethics and morals have been flushed down the toilet. You know, I've made my mistakes, but I've tried to mitigate those mistakes and try to live the best life I can. And still, it's like, I understand now why my father locked himself at home. Can you believe Candace is using, the whole Charlie Kirk thing? Yeah. I've been watching that unfold, how she's been turning it into like a anti-Semitic conspiracy, blaming Ben Shapiro for all this shit. That's what I mean. It's sick. It's all fucking sick. It's backwards. It's inverted. It's upside down and inside out. It's just, this world is backwards, man. And the party that was supposed to be pro-America is no longer pro-America. It's certainly not pro-Trump, in my opinion. MAGA doesn't mean anything like it did. That's why I don't watch Steven Crowder anymore. That's why I don't watch, what's his name? Shit. Michael Knowles, I think is his name. I don't watch Mark Dice anymore. I don't watch any of those channels anymore. I don't watch, I just don't watch them. Because they don't make sense. And don't get me started with the quartering and all that stuff. It's funny you even said that. Like when I went shopping today, a box of fucking frosted mini wheats was like $6. There's a box of Raisin Bran up there that I bought at my Walmart today. That was like $6. For a box of cereal, $6 for a box of cereal. I mean, at least it's not New York prices where a gallon of milk is almost $10 at this point. What is it, like $8 in New York City for a gallon of milk? Thank God the milk prices are still cheap down here. And you know what's even crazier? A lot of the soda companies like PepsiCo and Coca-Cola are here in the South. And a 2-liter bottle of ginger ale, there's sugar-free ginger ales I drink, are like almost $3 a bottle. And you're better off getting the 2-liter bottle, because if you get a 12 case or a 12 pack of aluminum cans, it's like almost $10 down here because of the aluminum. Not because of the liquid itself. It's because of the aluminum why it costs so much. It's just bonkers. It's all out of control. My God, my eyes are. That's because the wine is starting to kick in now. It's just a mess. I don't understand. I am right now stuck in a world between pragmatism and naivety. That's where I'm at right now. I'm stuck in a world between pragmatism and naivety. Because I want things to be simple, but they can't be simple. The world won't allow it. Oh, that's much better. Oh, man, I can see nice and clear now, man. It's just. I learn hope isn't smart to live by. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm saying. It's like, I try to be. I've tried these many weeks to be optimistic. Even during the worst of times. And still, it's like when I look at a thing like this, for example, it doesn't yell at you, it doesn't judge you, it doesn't tell you you're a bad person, it doesn't look at you from head to toe. There are no default judgments, there's no bullying. It's just a toy, it's a statue. Such a simple little thing like this. It's incredible. It's incredible what the world has turned into. As I get older, I'm getting more and more cynical. And it doesn't have to be like that. It shouldn't be like that. Did I buy any new Transformers? Yeah, I actually have Studio Series Starscream and Studio Series Skywarp. They're in transit right now. I have Studio Series Thundercracker up there, which I already reviewed on the channel. So, yeah, I got them on their way. I have a reservation for Beast Wars 2nd Galvatron. And I have a reservation for Missing Link Ironhide. And I'm probably going to put in an order for Missing Link Ratchet if it's not up already. Because if you get Ironhide, you kind of have to get Ratchet. Like up there, I have Studio Series Ironhide and Ratchet, but I like to have. You said you weren't a big fan of live action. Yeah, I don't like the Michael Bay Transformers at all. It's just a bunch of shit thrown up on the screen. To quote Red Letter Media, It's nothing but shit. It's this. I don't, Transformers back in the days. I mean, Transformers, the movie, they kind of turned into murder bots. But the Michael Bay movies, that's all it was murder bots. It wasn't fun. It wasn't entertaining. It's just a bunch of shit thrown up on the screen. Every Transformers movie. Like, I saw Rise of the Beasts in a movie theater, and I saw the first Transformers movie. Not the 86 movie, but like the new Michael Bay movie in the theaters. I was not impressed at all. It's just a bunch of CG bullshit thrown up on the screen. I hate that CG shit. I don't like the live action stuff at all. I mean, GI Joe was I in my opinion, I think the GI Joe movies were a lot better, surprisingly. But even they were fantastical. Let me turn on my ceiling fan because, like I said, that wine's starting to get to me already. Look at her shoes. Like, that's her shoes. Can't fucking believe it. Those are her shoes. She actually wore these when she was here. Yeah, if you watch my Power Glide video that I uploaded recently, you actually see Studio Series Ratchet and Ironhide in that video. I think it's in the thumbnail too. You see Studio Series Optimus Prime. You'll see Cosmos. You'll see Gears. I think Brawn was in that video. And you'll see Ratchet and Ironhide. Cut them up. I should, right? Yeah, that wine is really starting to kick in. It's funny. I know this is kind of like off topic. I can't remember the last time I wore my Mark Bavaro jersey from the New York Giants. I don't even know if I reviewed this on the channel. That's another one of my New York Giants Super Bowl jerseys. I actually had the Jeff Hostetler version of this jersey, which is a lot different in cut. Like, this is an almost exact replica. This is when Mitchell and Ness really made good jerseys, because this is designed to actually have the big shoulder pads in them like you used to wear back in the 80s. Look at the size of them sleeves, by the way. It looks ridiculous. It makes me look a lot bigger than what I am, this jersey. I don't wear it that often because it's a very rare jersey. You don't see Mitchell and Ness jerseys like this. This is definitely one of my more rare New York Giants jerseys. And Bavaro was a beast. I forgot what game it was that he played where he actually broke his jaw. He was so fucking big and so strong that he actually dislocated his jaw. They had to wire his jaw shut right there on the field. And he went back in and played anyway. Just a little factoid. And there's videos of him talking about it too. He's like, I didn't want to give up. They called him the Sylvester Stallone of football at that time because he was a big Italian. Typical New York football player, Old school Italian. Yeah, he busted his jaw. They wired up his jaw right there on the sidelines, and he went right back in and played. That's the reason I sought out one of these Mitchell and Ness, or at least this particular Mitchell and Ness Mark Bavaro jerseys. And this jersey is faked a lot too. Yeah, I mean, well, NFL is tough to rip, whether it's Panini or Tops, because, a lot of these teams, I mean, how many players are out there per team? So the pulls are just immense. Like I did rip some Donruss on the channel over the past 2 years, but it's just each team has so many players. And then they keep putting legacy players in on top of that. And to get any good pulls is really impossible. It's really impossible. Like I knew this year's flagship was going to be shit when it came to baseball. Everybody's been saying it. It's shit. I mean, who knows when Topps Chrome comes out at the end of the year? It might be good, but it's just even I've been seeing Topps Finest. People aren't getting good pulls out of those boxes. I saw Baseball Bat Bros actually has a new channel called Baseball Pack Bros now, and they got burned on a couple of Topps Finest. Was it Topps Finest? I forgot what it is that they ripped. But they spent, I think, like $2,000 on a couple of boxes, and they got burned bad. It's the same thing like what happened with me when I ripped that Topps Chrome Black recently. Those autos and those cards did nothing. I mean, the name of the game, unfortunately, is parallels, autos, relics, or a combination of the three. So, but hopefully with these most recent listings that I relisted as auctions, hopefully I can garner some movement. I hate to sell that Mike Piazza jersey though. The autograph one. You can't get them anymore. Fanatics doesn't offer them anymore. That might be the one auction I will probably stop. Any new sets you're looking forward to? Honestly, not really. The hobby is it's out of control. The sports card hobby is way out of control these days. And with the Major League Baseball potential lockout happening next year, I have no faith in. Here, look, I was correct when I sold off the Anthony Volpe, the Adley Rushman, the Gunnar Henderson, the Corbin Carroll. When I sold off all those cards, it was the best thing I did. I think it was the best thing at the time to do because I see the writing on the wall. Something bad is coming down the road for the hobby. I don't care what the talking heads say. And believe me, I've had, for the past now over 2 years, I've had a steady stream of sales. And for it to literally go like this, poof. You can't lie to somebody that sells baseball cards. Yeah, they plunged. All of them plunged in value. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. So I'm lucky I got rid of them when I did. I still got my dad's baseball cards. Nobody's getting their hands on those. And the only company I would trust with them, I mean, now the brother of the former CEO of SGC has taken over SGC now. I would only submit those cards to SGC, which I might do probably in the next, the next couple months. just to have them slabbed to keep them in the family, you know? My dad's Whitey Herzog, the Aaron, oh my God, I'm brain farting. I was going to say Aaron Judge. What the fuck am I talking about? Oh my God, forgive me, guys. Ay, 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 ay. That's how burned out I am. That's the thing about wine versus beer. Wine makes me feel so much different. If you were to talk about kryptonite, this would be it right here. 2 or 3 glasses of this, and I poured myself a big glass tonight. Fuck, man. Oh, by the way, I fixed the. I don't know if you saw the live stream that I took down. Well, actually, there's one that's still up. I fixed the holder for my phone for my car. It actually works really well. It sits in place and it doesn't move or shake around or anything. People need to see Maria and Jenny's face. They're using this bait for the orchestrated moves. You aren't the only one that's. Did you ever decide if you're letting go of the big launcher? Oh, I still got it. The shelter and community should see their faces and know. Now, I showed these ladies Maria's face. The pepperball launcher is still sitting on my dining room table. As a matter of fact, I still get. Did I? No, I put them away. The only thing is, with the big one, I have to be careful what I do. Yep, there they are. That's them. Now, YouTube, if there's a manual reviewer, this is a less lethal pepperball launcher. It literally says pepperball on it. There's no hammer in the back. And you can see the tab on the bottom there. That's meant to activate the CO2 that's in there. So this is not a firearm. But I have to put that inside the damn barrel so that they can tell that it's not an actual firearm. I hate to say it, but two other men to get some items. Yeah, that's what it is, man. And there's the TCP. I mean, this thing is fully upgraded for what it is. Brand new barrel, brand new insert. It's got the Milsig heat core upgrade in there. And a few other features. This one here, yeah, that's the Pepperball TCP. There's actually a new age, less lethal weapon called the TRP that has a slat bottom. Actually has a really thin magazine for the pepper balls. And instead of having to sit there and worry if this thing, because sometimes when you wear it on your hip, even with the TMP launcher, this backs off. So you kind of have to take the time to like screw this down. And then I'm not going to activate the gun, but in order to activate it, you have to, and it'll snap and you'll hear the CO2 activate. This one, you just pop it. It has like a red button on the bottom and you just pop. It's very different than the Byrna. But I'm not going to, I mean, I got these two, and plus I got the big Tippmann 98 Custom AKA Pepperball SX that I think I showed on camera. As a matter of fact, let me get these out of the way. I don't want them on the floor. That's kind of like a big no-no. I got the heavily, heavily modified Pepperball SX. And this is a rare, very rare, less lethal with the pepper ball sticker on it. I have had this for a couple of years. Don't they got those AR style looking ones? Oh yeah, the pepper ball VKS launcher, I think they call it. Would you ever sell to get that? Nah. You know why? I'm very happy with this thing. I mean, I've modified this thing as best as I can get. So this is essentially a Tippmann 98 custom. You got the pepper ball logo on there. This is what used to be known as the pepper ball SX. I don't think they have it available anymore, but I ended up integrating the pepper ball hopper on there. It's a battery powered hopper. I got brand new 3D printed detents in there. That's the TLR X, what is that, HL I think they call it. I forgot what that's called. Yeah, the TLR tack light with a barrel mounted Picatinny rail. This is a God Freak Junior 14-inch barrel with a insert on the inside that's meant for these pepper balls. And you got the black and red pepper balls in there. Pretty nasty shit. There's 180 of them in there. I got a 30 cubic inch tank with a GOG on off. You got the AR-15 style stock on there. I have spring upgrades, and I have the anti-chop tech that I installed myself. So this thing is fully integrated. It's a pretty powerful, less lethal. I would not want to be on the operating end of this thing. So, I mean, it's a little cumbersome because you got the tank. I mean, if I were to put this into action, I really should have like a black sleeve or a black sock over it or something, because this thing will get ice cold as you, I mean, it's compressed air, and I do have a non-oiled specific pepper ball pump just for this tank. Don't they have different ammo? Yeah, my brother had, yeah, my brother. What am I talking about? That's the wine talking, folks. Sorry about that. But they do have different types of ammo, but I like to stick with the brand name stuff. So there are the really strong pepper balls in this thing. I forgot what they're called. The black and red ones. They're pretty powerful. And I keep a rubber band over there because sometimes the hopper tends to open up. Make sure you keep doors locked. I think these girls have their scumbag husbands. Yeah, I would like them to try that. There's 180 of these. And then I have the 8-round pepper ball TMP, the 6-round, and then I have other stuff here in my home. But like I said, it's a little cumbersome because you do have the compressed air tank here. And if you actually know how to handle one of these, unfortunately, you know, like it can get a little cumbersome. It doesn't really pay to put like any kind of sight on here, because the name of the game is just to deploy the pepper balls. And once that stuff gets in the air, it doesn't really matter where you point the thing. I mean, technically, you're not supposed to shoot people directly with it. You're supposed to shoot at the ground, and you only need kinetic impact when it's absolutely necessary. But the pepper balls that are in here, like I said, the pepper ball brand, I forgot what they're called. It's a souped up model. Yeah, I made all the upgrades myself. You know, like I said, I got the ACT chop tech in there. Anti-chop tech is in there. And, you know, you got the 180 round pepper ball hopper in there, battery powered. You got the TLR HL. That's a tack light, 14-inch GOG Freak barrel. I mean, this thing is as souped up as you're going to get. For this, it's an older platform, but it's very effective. They still use it to this day, surprisingly. If you watch a lot of these idiots that are out there in front of these ICE facilities, ICE still use those to this day. The Tippmann 98 Custom, which is essentially a paintball marker. And they have a lot of variants of that where the tank is facing forward and all that kind of stuff. I think there's like 3 or 4 different models of this thing. But I had to have this one because I know it's so rare. See, that's the thing about North Carolina, is that this is legal to own, possess, and transport anywhere. But what makes this different is that logo right there, and the fact that a serial number is actually etched into the thing. probably either by a police station house or by the individual officer right there by hand. But it's that sticker right there that makes this the law enforcement version. That yellow one my brother has. He stopped several people with it. Yeah, it's a, let me tell you, man, Pepperball technology, especially now with Berna, who bought out Mission TPR. Now, don't forget, the Pepperball actually was a subsidiary of Tiberius Arms. And you can actually see on this platform, I think I talked about that. There's the T right there on the pistol grip for Tiberius Arms. So this is this is the third generation of this particular platform. And again, this is not a firearm YouTube manual reviewer. This is a Pepperball launcher. There's no hammer on the back. You can see the adjustment right there for the CO2. It's got the screw tab for the CO2, so it's not a firearm. And it clearly is marked Pepperball. But this is the third generation. In the final version of this particular platform, they discontinued this. But, I mean, she's a big girl, let me tell you. She's got attitude. That's why I'm having a hard time wanting to sell this one, because I already have the TCP. And this is no joke either, you know what I mean? As a less lethal platform. It is no joke. But, you know, you get the extra 2 rounds, and this one's a lot more stable. Which is why I switched out the barrel. The stock barrel is like 2 inches shorter, and you kind of want the longer barrel because you want more kinetic impact, and you want longer distance. A snub-nosed barrel on a less lethal like this, the ball's going to fly all over the place. So, but I don't carry these anymore like I used to. You know? And I'm tempted to sell this one. Like, I have the hip holster for this. I have the original case. I have the original plunger, all the paperwork, and I got 3 extra magazines. That's the 3rd gen mag. They're very hard to find on eBay. And if you do find a 3rd gen mag like this, let me tell you, you're probably going to pay, Jesus, back in the days, these were like $20, $30. Now you're probably talking $100 to $200 per magazine. Because they had 3 different versions. The original versions, which if you look up Tiberius Arms 8.1, you'll see the 1st gen mag, you had to take an Allen key to activate the mag. The 2nd gen had like a slide twist. This one is just a simple screw down. You have them oh, absolutely. You better believe I got these by my bedside. I actually have 2 displays that I sit them on. As a matter of fact, I'll bring them out for you. I'll bring one of them out. I think I paid $25 each for 2 of these. I had to cut this one. That's a 3D printed display for the TMP marker. And it sits nice right there, just like that. And it's easily accessible, so I can just right in there, pull it right out if I have to access this. But unfortunately, it's because of the shape. This was really meant for the First Strike and for the Pepperball TCP, but for the TMP launcher, I had to notch out the back of this thing so that this way everything fits. And there it is, right there. So it sits nice and comfy. But if I did sell this platform, I would include this display stand as well. So, but again, it's a hard sell because that thing is so rare. Now, don't forget, this is the law enforcement version of the Tiberius 8.1, and this is the 3rd gen. And they had 3 different generations of this particular less lethal marker. And not only that, they subbed out to FN Herstal. And what was the other company they subbed out to? Yeah, the light by itself, the TLR. Yeah, I have one of those tack lights, the same one that's on there, but this one's gray. That's like $125 right there, this son of a bitch. The Streamlight TLR HL, one of the best tack lights out there. I was able to find a Picatinny rail that has the Milsig heat core O-ring upgrade in there. But unfortunately, it does not take the shape projectiles, the VXR rounds, because this is a smooth barrel and it's meant exclusively for round ball. Whereas the TCP, like I have the Karmatech Nemesis barrel that actually works really well with this thing if I were to use the shape projectiles, but I got round ball because of the higher and more heftier payload that those round balls use. I mean, basically, the only difference really between the two of them, this one's a lot lighter than this platform. Well, that's why they did away with this. This thing is so cumbersome, and it is heavy. I mean, if I were to weigh the two of them right now on my scale, this one is much lighter. I mean, obviously, that's not the stock barrel on there. That's a freak barrel with the freak insert on the inside, specifically sized for these particular pepper balls. This is a 6-round mag, whereas this is an 8-round mag. Obviously, I have the tack light on there. You do have the ability to install a tack light on there, but it's superfluous. Why bother? Because the name of the game is to get that payload up in the air. Even if you don't get kinetic impact when you're going after somebody, as long as you deploy the payload from this thing and you get all of that stuff in the air, you're pretty good to go at that point. But I mean, in my opinion, they're equally good. It's just this one is a lot smaller and lighter. It's a lot easier to carry than this guy here. Yeah, there's definitely a learning curve. Once you get to know these particular less lethals and you know what they're all about. I mean, this one does, I think it's more stable because it's heavier. This one, I've actually shot the two of them when I used to do less lethal content here on YouTube years ago. This one tends to be a lot more stable because it's heavier. It's smooth bore. Obviously, the insert on this one is smooth bore. You don't want rifle bores or barrels on these because it'll cause the balls to spin out of control. But I haven't had to carry these. There's no reason to. Like, why, you know? They're equally good in their own way. The only difference is after you upgrade them, it's whether you... And I do have the adapter right here. If I want to use the 8-round magazine on this guy, that's the gap filler for the magazine that goes with that weapon. Which, again, why go through all that stuff? You know what I mean? I do want to say thank you, everybody, for asking me all these questions and getting into this conversation. I mean, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Jeez, I didn't think I would have this many viewers at this time. But thank you for keeping me talking, man. It's helping me to get my mind off of all of this bullshit. Thank you. Ain't no way you're coming there. You're coming to my place. Yeah, I have all sorts of goodies here in my home stashed everywhere. But I am tempted to sell this guy because, I know that this is a very rare platform. Civilians could not get their hands on these for obvious reasons. Most less lethals now are marked with yellow or blaze orange or bright green for a reason so that they can be distinguished from actual firearms. But when I saw this available for sale, I forgot where I got this. Actually, it wasn't on eBay. It was on a paintball website. And I said, fuck that. I think I paid like $400 for it. And I was able to source out 3 more magazines for this guy. So I got plenty of mags for this. But is there no MLB season next year? Card values you go up huge in demand. I don't know what's going to happen if there's going to be any type of lockout or anything like that. I really don't know. I mean, obviously, rumors are rumors at this point. I don't know what's going to happen next season. Who knows? Who really knows right now? The World Cup is coming to an end tomorrow with Spain and Argentina playing in the final. I think England beat France in the 3rd place game today. It was like, what, 6-4, 6-5. It was like some crazy game today. But We'll find out. I mean, now we're on post All-Star break at this point, so this is when you really see, like the Yankees again lost against the Dodgers yesterday. Maybe maybe Spain might take it. I rather Spain than Argentina. I'm not a fan of Argentina, though I'm not a fan of Spain either. But if I had to pick between the two, it would have to be Spain. We'll see. I don't know. I really don't know. I just don't know. I don't know, folks. What a mess, huh? I appreciate you folks spending some time with me here on YouTube. I really appreciate it. I didn't think that it was going to be like this today, but at least I know. At least I know where things are at this point. So I appreciate it. We'll see what happens, I suppose, right? Am I a big seafood guy? I actually rather enjoy seafood. I really like seafood. When I lived in New York, one of my there were three restaurants I used to love going to. Lenny's Clam Bar, which is in Howard Beach, Queens. The the Crab Shanty and the Lobster Box, which are in City Island in the Bronx. Great seafood places. They have Captain D's down here, which is meh. It's all deep fried stuff. Yeah, there are places here in North Carolina. Captain D's is like the big one, but it's all deep fried shit. You know, I if that's one thing I will say when it comes to seafood, I am a seafood snob. And if it doesn't come from a traditional Italian restaurant, I'm probably not gonna like it. Otherwise, like, I'll just buy the jumbo shrimp, the sea pack jumbo shrimp, and throw them in the air fryer at this point. Or breaded scallops. I'll throw breaded scallops in the air fryer, but I won't go to any restaurants here. I've tried it down here, and it's bleh. One thing I will say about my former home in New York, nothing beats the food, man. Absolutely nothing beats New York restaurants. I miss Zum Stammtisch, which is a German restaurant in Maspeth, or in Ridgewood, I should say, excuse me. I miss Lenny's Clam Bar. I miss the Lobster Box, Crab Shanty. Do I like sushi? Absolutely. I don't mind eating raw fish like that. I've had sushi and sashimi plenty of times. Doesn't bother me. But it's got to come like like the real shit, not like the Walmart stuff. It's got to be the real deal. I'm not going to eat imitation bullshit. It's got to be real tuna or real salmon. Otherwise, I'm not going to eat it. And I'm a tuna salmon junkie. I actually bought more tuna, as a matter of fact, that I like making sandwiches out of. That stuff is good on whole wheat toast with salt and pepper and pickles. So, but yeah, sushi. I love seafood, man. I don't like oysters. You know what I like? When I go to Walmart, like I eat sardines out of the can, which is really good for you because of the protein and the omega-3 fatty acids. But I also like squid out of the can, and I'll eat 4 cans at a time in a little bowl. But I like putting those pieces of squid into a salad. So, and then you throw some croutons and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. You can make yourself a good salad out of chopped squid in the can. Good stuff. But I don't like it in the garlic sauce. I like it with the garlic, with the seed oil. What is that? Like sunflower oil or olive oil? But yeah, I don't like oysters at all. I can't stand it. I love mussels. I love top neck clams, stuffed clams, which I haven't had in years. Nobody down here does it like New York does. I'm sorry. I know I'm a big hater of my former home only because of the politics, but you cannot beat New York seafood. I'm sorry, man. There are so many seafood places that I've gone to in New York that I really, really miss. There was one place on Woodhaven Boulevard that I cannot remember the name of. Stuffed peppers, yeah, I can eat. I'm really not big on peppers, but what do they call it? Jalapeno poppers. I can eat jalapeno poppers. Those things are good. I refrigerate 2 cans of tuna, add tablespoon of mayo and mustard, then add soy sauce and a bunch of crushed red pepper. Yeah, that's some good stuff, man. Like I like, I'll eat tuna on whole wheat toast with, like I said, with pickles and mayonnaise. I like to get the matzah crackers, the Jewish crackers, those big square crackers, and I like to put tuna on that, or on Ritz crackers. Um, like I like deviled eggs as well. Deviled eggs are really good. It all depends, man. It just depends on my taste. I mean, there's a lot of things you haven't seen me make here on the channel. You know, when Jenny was here, I used to make a ton of shit on the channel. But yeah, I love eggs. I always keep 3 cartons of eggs in my fridge because I'll eat like fucking 9 eggs at a time. And I love scrambled eggs, by the way. And again, guys, I really want to thank you for the conversation, man. It's really taken me out of the bad mood I've been in all day. Cheers to all of you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Ugh. But yeah, I love me eggs. I either I'll hard boil them or scramble. I mean, I do like sunny side up and all that kind of stuff, but I am an egg junkie. And there's always that stigma. Oh, you're gonna get heart attacks and the cholesterol's no good. Bullshit. I mean, you shouldn't be eating eggs every day, but twice, maybe 3 times a week, especially if you're a man. If you're a man, it's good for the protein value, man. It's good for testosterone. It's good for all that kind of stuff. So, let me put these less lethals away. I'll be right back, folks. I really don't want to step on these by accident. Let me get rid of this too. Put this back in the bedroom there. And this. Oh, the hot sardines. Man, when my dad was alive, he loved all that weird kind of shit. My dad used to eat like pickled pig's feet and pig snouts and all that kind of stuff. And Pickled eggs, I never liked that stuff. My brother likes that kind of stuff too. I never liked it. I used to think it was freaking gross. I'm not going to go as deep with this. Now I'm kind of like going baby steps with this wine. Again, everybody, before I start tackling this glass, thank you very much for keeping me company. And I know a lot of you know where I'm coming from. I know many of you probably have your horror stories and stuff like that. You know, and, you know, I relate to you as much as you relate to me. I really appreciate the support and the kind words and all that kind of stuff and the continuing viewership and all that stuff. I mean, this is not the direction I wanted the channel to go in, but, you know, I talk about these things because, you know, unlike a lot of these content creators out there, I want you to see like what reality is all about. Sometimes it's not all fun and games, man. It really isn't. So cheers to all of you. I really appreciate you guys. And that's what makes the channel wonderful, even though like this is supposed to be a collector's channel. You know, talking about the stuff outside of these hobbies, you know, you get to know each other, you know, and I'm not one of them stuck up snobby content creators that thinks he's something special and walks on water, pats himself on the shoulder and all that stuff. You know, I'm just as human as the rest of you guys and gals out there. You know, I'm going through a lot of stuff like what you folks go through, you know. And life is not always fun and games. Sometimes it really gets too real sometimes, you know what I mean? And that's why I do these live streams and why I go unplugged, you know. It's cool to review toys and jerseys and hats and sneakers and stuff like that, but, you know, at the end of the day, this is the really real world, and I'm not going to be pretending. I'm getting a message too. That's weird. Give me a moment, guys. And somebody's already trying to get it for cheap and trying to get me to stop that auction so they can get it for cheaper. The answer is fuck no. I'm lucky I'm even listing it for what it's being listed for. To tell you the truth, I should really stop that listing because I actually like that jersey. But yeah, it's a sign of the times. Everybody wants something for nothing. And I get times are hard, but yeah, at 1 o'clock in the morning, that's definitely not a friendly message what I just got. Will you take $99 for that Harrison Bucker? No! How about no, you crazy Dutch bastard? God. Everybody wants something for nothing. That's not how it works. That's not how life works. And believe me, I got a very, very good dose of reality. Well, technically yesterday, it's 1 o'clock my time. What's this here? Give me a second. Nope, not happening. Oh, it's the same person. No, thank you. Guys, the hot sardines. Guys, give me a minute. I'll be right back. I apologize. Don't go nowhere. Sorry about that. My apologies. You know, I was checking my eBay store. Yeah, this person is really pushing to get that Harrison Bucker jersey. I paid over $400. And the patches on that thing are authentic patches. The plastic patch and the Captain C patch, which can run like 30 or 40 bucks. So that's one expensive freaking Nike Vapor Fuse Elite jersey. If there's one jersey that I'm going to regret selling is that Mike Piazza autograph jersey. I mean, I have a 9/11 Piazza jersey I reviewed on the channel a while back, and then I finally got the size 48 that I've been looking for. But it's the autographed jersey I think I'm going to regret the most selling off. But I just don't have the space to display it properly, unfortunately. And my walls are already clogged up with enough stuff. So it doesn't really pay. But yeah, it's incredible that people are still trying to get something for nothing. It's like the Nike Air Force Ones that I have listed. Somebody wanted me to sell it to them for $30. I'm like, no, that's definitely not happening. I see the same sneakers without the box and the paper and all that stuff that are used for like 70, $80. And I was selling mine originally for like 120, and I kept gradually lowering the price. Now I've listed them as auctions. Jeez. I just don't know. I don't know, folks. I really don't know. Well, if you guys got any more questions for me, you might as well just ask me now while I'm here. You kind of got me unplugged and on the spot. I'm on the hook this time, so you might as well take advantage of that while you can. Now I'll try to answer your questions as best I can. I love sardines, by the way. I see that last comment by 99 there. I absolutely love sardines. And what's a shame is I have 6 cans of sardines and tomato sauce that she made me buy that are still in my closet. The ammo for those things, I'll show you. I still got the original containers for them. Now, because they're legal here in North Carolina, I can get these by the jar. But let me tell you, they're very expensive. So here's a jar of the Live X pepper balls. Those are the black and red ones. I couldn't remember the name of these. And then we have the Live Max, which are like military grade, super powerful black and black and white rounds. This jar, I think, ran me like $900 or something like that. That's how strong these are. They are fucked. They are literally 2.5 times stronger than these. And I've broke 1 or 2 of these in the past. You don't want to fuck with these, let me tell you. And of course, being the asshole that I am, and I really don't want to touch these, but they have like pronouns written on them: he, her, she, him, it, what, who, fat, black, trans, gay, guilty, white, liberal. Like there's all sorts of little things written on those pepper balls right there. I did that as a joke years ago. But I mean, I haven't had to use them so far. They do have a 4-year shelf life, but you don't throw these away because the kinetic impact alone of these pepper balls is still enough to deter somebody for the fear factor, so to speak. We need about these women. I think people should not even be in America. This is what gets me mad. No, I agree with you. I'm well, you saw the photo. Like I said, go back earlier into the live stream about 2.5 hours ago when I showed off her photo. It's sick. It's very sick. And it's the one reason that I support Trump still, but barely. Get these fuckers out of this country. Get them out of here. And anybody that's married to them, get them the fuck out of here too. Do I just snack on sardines? I snack on sardines, squid. I actually like these. I bought a couple bags of them today, as a matter of fact. And I know I showed these on camera a while back, and these are actually really good with tuna also, if you dip these. The Quaker Oats cheddar snacks, these are really good. I like these a lot. These are probably my favorite snacks because they're low fat, low carb, all that kind of stuff. There's not a lot of garbage in these. But you can actually use these for tuna fish as well if you want something to scoop. But I highly, highly recommend these. They're really good. The only problem is they're like $3 and change a bag, so they're a little pricey. Sam's Club doesn't offer bigger sizes than this, unfortunately. So, Beach Cliff, you know the pack I'm talking about. See, when this one was here, she made me buy these. I got 5 big cans of these. I mean, they're really not that bad, to be honest with you. I mean, eventually I'll eat these. The Iberia sardines with a little white rice with salt and pepper and all that kind of stuff. These are really, really good. But she made me buy these. What a fucking shame, you know? What a real shame. And these have a shelf life until 2030, so these can sit in your shelf for like 10 years. What a fucking shame. What a real shame. But these aren't too bad with a little white rice. I don't like the Walmart crab legs. I'd rather get them over. Well, then again, Sam's Club and Walmart are one and the same. It's just I prefer buying in bulk. Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about. The little itty bitty weed cans like this in the paper boxes. I know exactly what you're talking about. Those are the ones I like too. There's, I know Goya makes them. There are 3 companies that make them, as a matter. Actually, oh no, sardines. There's a bunch of companies that make them, like King George or some shit like that. There's a couple different companies that make them. See, those sardines are awesome because they're like this big. Each fish. There's like 3 or 4 fish per can. The tomato sauce I can dismiss a little bit if I drain the can out. But you mix that up with some rice, oh man, it's awesome. It's really, really good. If that's one thing I'll say that she introduced me to, Maria, was that. So, fuck. Yeah, my dad used to love sardines on like the old saltine crackers, the square crackers, or on Ritz crackers. Or he would spread it on bread like jam almost and eat it like that. My dad had a weird palate, I'll say that. But yeah, a lot of that stuff is old school, man. It really is. To this day I don't know how my dad loved pickled pig's feet. Ugh. Jesus. Ugh. And pickled eggs. I'm like, eh. Yeah, crawfish down here is expensive too. I mean, one thing I'll say about, downstairs, the lady that got tossed out of here, she used to bring me up crawfish once a month, as I'd give her fucking beer and food and everything else. But she would come up here with a big freaking bowl of crawfish she'd make for me. So at least she reciprocated, but unfortunately you can't fix stupid, you know? But, yeah, crawfish are good, and people don't really know how to eat them. You got to break the tail off, eat the tail, and then suck out the juice from the front, all that stuff. Maria had a plan to screw you up. She never cared for you. Yeah, man. No, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Believe me, I got it. I definitely got it. You know what? You don't have to remind me. I mean, I know you're looking out. I'm not saying that in a negative way. Believe me, I got it. I definitely got it. What a shit show. Hey Gooey, did you go back earlier into the live stream and see the photo of what this guy looks like? I mean, is the Walmart squid good? Well, I mean, I get them in the little tins like this. I don't know about like, big chunks like that. They do sell them. I don't My Walmart doesn't carry them, but they do have the little tin cans in the paper boxes. There's three different versions that you can get over at my Walmart, but I haven't seen like the raw big chunks. I do have what do you call that? Shomar is right around the corner over here. They usually sell those big squid chunks. I forgot what they call that dish. It's like supposed to be a Greek Mediterranean dish, which is really good, by the way. But here at my Walmart, they just got the chopped up tins of those things. So he's a nerd. I saw it. Jeez. Oh my God, I'm going to be out until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. I don't know. You know what it is? It's the Red Bulls I drank. That's what's saving me right now. I'm starting to cross the line again. Carol Ann, don't walk into the light. Oh my God. Ah, fuck it. Hey, if your folks are willing to hang out with me, I'm just gonna keep going. But I'm gonna do this in small doses because, like I said, man, I drank a half a case of beer by myself and my neighbors earlier on and took a nice cat nap. And I had them 2 Red Bulls before I started this live stream. So if you like hot sauce, try Louisiana hot sauce, sardines, $1 Beach Cliff brand. You know who I want to? I really am dying to try the Billy Mitchell hot sauce. He's the guy, the King of Kong, that Carl Jobs asshole tried to go after and failed miserably. And Billy Mitchell has been owning his ass left and right. It's glorious to watch. I love to try his hot sauce and see what it's like. I mean, I'm not a hot sauce guy. If I can get something mild, I'd love to try his hot sauce. I mean, I like to put a lot of like old school black pepper on stuff. A little bit of onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder, that type of thing. I'm not big on onions and spicy shit like jalapenos and red pepper and stuff, but it depends on what it is. Like jalapeno poppers, I'll eat. If there's enough cheese and stuff like that, I'll eat that. But damn, I didn't think I'd be talking about sardines at this point. Thank you guys for breaking the fast, so to speak. I hate talking about miserable stuff, man. I don't like talking about miserable shit. I really don't. I want this channel to be fun. That's why I created this channel, to be fun and have a good time, man. But unfortunately, reality clashes with fun. Just sucks. It really sucks. But at least you're not dealing with an AI robot. Which, by the way, YouTube approved my application for AI monitoring. So if anybody uploads my likeness, they'll flag it immediately. If it works or not, we'll see. You got to try it. TCC, I'm buying on Friday when I get paid. I might. Beach Cliff sardines, you'll not regret it. I'll take your advice on that. See, now you're getting me hungry. I'm back on here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I know. That's what one of the women said today. It's like in prison. When you have murderers, they will cut themselves, they'll beat their heads up against the wall, they'll bludgeon themselves, whatever it is, to get what they want or try to manipulate certain situations. And that's what those nice ladies were alluding to. That when people are at their, like, I've been honest with all of you. I was homeless for a year. My family was destroyed. I'm not going to lie. I was drinking like crazy. Was feeling sorry for myself, all that kind of stuff. I alienated the mom and my kids. But listen, I'm not going to fully take responsibility. She did not want to, Maritza Para did not want to move from mommy and daddy's home. And she couldn't even fucking boil an egg if she tried. Believe me, I know. Who cooked? I did. But, here I am 10 years and change later, restarted my life, opened up my own business, all that kind of stuff. And like I said, those beautiful, God bless them, those African American ladies walked up to me and gave me a big group hug. I showed them my 9/11 prescription card and, the medical card and all that stuff and my driver's license. And they were like, it's no different than prison. There are people that are out there. And I know that there are people in here that will game the system, that are trying to get over. That's why we vet everybody that comes in. And we appreciate what you did. Again, I'm not trying to steal valor. I'm not military or a police officer or anything like that. I'm not going to steal valor. But they were so nice to me. Man, I'm a seafood big fan. And don't get me started on jumbo shrimp or cocktail sauce. I love jumbo shrimp, or prawns, they call them, actually. One thing to keep in mind, the kids, once 18, will seek you out. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And then I get to show my kids the truth. I get to show the fake profiles. I get to show the fake Facebook posts. I get to show it all. And there's a lot of it. There's a stack of printed paperwork like this thick. But when you're a 50-year-old woman that refuses to leave mommy and daddy, sorry, can't do it. Really sad. It's very sad. I guess that's what makes this particular situation hard, because, with this little kid, I picked him up like a little football. Used to bounce him around on my leg and and he would go, and he would had the baby smile. The only thing is he was teething, so he would gnaw and stuff. Like I bought him a teething ring and all that stuff. Man, when that little boy would bite on your, like we were outside, like I laid out a blanket, which I still have, by the way. Yeah, I just don't want to talk about that particular topic because that'll really bring out emotions in me. I've learned to suppress. I still talk to my mother about it. She's very angry because she's estranged from her own grandchildren. Even my sister fucking hates the mother of my kids. If there's one person that I know fucking hates Maritza Para, is my sister. My sister fucking hates her because she's a spoiled brat. I bet you after she takes a piss, mom walks up with a fucking baby wipe and cleans her cooch. That's how spoiled she is. Yeah, I don't want to discuss it because that'll bring out other emotions in me I really don't want to get into. But, playing with that kid, man, he run all over my apartment, crawl around all over the place. I pick him up. Ah, come here. No, senor. Come over here. Venga acá. Boom. On my broken Spanish. And he look at me with a baby smile. He's like, oh, yeah, motherfucker, what I'm about to do. And he start beating. Look at all these fucking toys I got for him, too. Worthless. Worthless. Yeah, we'll see what happens. That's why I tell people, don't trust what you're being told by certain people. Don't trust what you're being told. Like how certain people put my mugshots up. Oh, by the way, Incogni has been doing a great job. I've seen certain photos of me taken off the internet. Certain posts have been taken down off the internet. Google has removed certain mugshots and certain images of me from the internet. I think right now at this point, like 800 and something listings of my name have been taken down, which is great. Man, let me tell you, Incogni is really good, man. I'm not sponsored by them, by the way, but I'm paying for that out of my own pocket annually. Oh shit, good question. I would have to say mussels, because I'm a mussel junkie. I mean, I don't like mussels with hot sauce. I like mussels, shucking them right out of the shells. I like them mostly with garlic. Yeah, you know what it is that, like I said, I paid for Incogni to do all the work for me. I mean, with certain websites, they're very stubborn. I think there's like 8 websites that refuse to remove my information. But once I plug the URLs into Incogni, they immediately go after it. And a lot of shit has been taken down. Yeah, I love mussels with garlic and onion powder, that kind of stuff. Yeah, when I used to go to Lenny's Clam Bar on Woodhaven Boulevard, going towards the Rockaways there, holy shit, man! I would probably eat about 24 of them suckers, and the big top neck clams. Not the nickels, but the big top necks, man. Oh, I love them things. Oy, 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 oy. With fresh garlic. Nobody, like old school Italians, man, know how to do seafood. Not that deep fried bullshit. You gotta find a good old school Italian restaurant. Unfortunately, here in Pineville, where I live in North Carolina, there's nothing like it. You don't see that kind of shit. In Waldhorn restaurant, which is a German restaurant, which is open only like a couple days a week. Nope. But yeah, good stuffed clams. What was it? Was it Pizza Boy? What was the name of the place on Steinway Street my dad used? Hey, Pop, we're talking about you right now. What the hell was the name of the place that my dad used to order from all the time on Steinway Street? I forget. Half his place being a crab shack. If there's one thing I will say, like Sam's Club sells packs of artificial crab meat. There's 2 different kinds of artificial crab meat. Like they sell them in square chunks, which are gross. Ugh. Oh man, are they disgusting? I don't know what kind of substitute they use with the squares. And then they have a 2-pack. That's how do I put it? Like it's etched together. It's like I think $15 a pack or something like that. Those are really good to mix with mayonnaise and celery and chopped onions and stuff. Oh, it's so fucking good. But I mean, I would like to get real crab meat, but it's a little pricey. If I can get decent imitation stuff, I would substitute it. But if there's anywhere I would go, it would be right to Sam's Club to get that stuff. Yeah, it's gross. It all depends on the brand, to be honest with you. Like Sam's Club sells 2 different types of imitation crab meat. If you get them into chunks, the square chunks, they're gross. Walmart has them too, but in smaller packs. Obviously, Sam's Club sells everything in bulk. But it's this one particular brand. I can't think of the name of it, where it's as close to real crab meat as you can get. It's so good. Some blue and yellow package. I can't remember for the life of me. But their artificial crab meat from Sam's Club is good. Not the ones that are in square chunks. They're like long pieces, and they're like 8 to 10 pieces in a bag. And it's 2 bags that are combined together that they fold out this way. They lock them in place with a plastic band around them. They're really good. And they sell out quick because they're pretty cheap for what they are. Well, like I said, you chop them up and you mix them with some mayonnaise or like the low-fat shit that I use for my tuna fish with a little bit of lemon juice, garlic, onion powder, parsley, all that good stuff. Oh, it's so good, man. And again, it's one of them things. If you mash it up and you chop it up real good, scoop it up with crackers or those rice cakes that I showed you earlier. Oh, they're so good. Have I ever gone crabbing? No, not at all. I'm actually a boring prick. Yeah, I don't do fishing. I don't do crabbing. It's just, it never held my interest. It never really held my interest. I mean, when I was younger, I used to love going to bars and clubs and concerts and that kind of stuff. And now that I'm going to be 50 next year, I like being a homebody. I don't fish. I don't go crabbing. I like to take my air rifles and go target shooting and shoot up some paper once in a while. Go to the batting cage, hit some baseballs, do some fast pitch. Go swim in the rock quarry up in Iredell County. Yeah, if that's one thing about North Carolina, there's a lot of nature stuff that you can do. I just I don't do it. I'm not a nature guy. What am I going to say? I mean, if I wanted to take walks through a lot of the nature trails that they've put together here in Charlotte, I would definitely do it. Like I did it by McMullen Creek. See the little river, the little stream that's out in front of the property here is a branch of McMullen Creek, and it basically comes to an apex, and it goes through Ballantyne, and then you come back into Pineville again. It's a nice walk. Any bears over there? I mean, we have deer. I've seen does. I've seen. I've definitely seen a couple males. You see possums, you see turtles, you see chipmunks, squirrels, owls, hawks, eagles. But I personally have never seen a bear. Never seen a bear, but they are here. I mean, as far as the city limits is concerned, you really don't see them, but you do get some wildlife down here. AKA venison. I actually like venison. Venison is really good. It's an acquired taste, but I think it's much better for you because the animals they mostly eat grass and vegetation. They're not carnivores. They're herbivores, so they eat a lot of grass and leafy content. So the meat, if you cut them up, I've had venison chili and all that kind of stuff. It's a really acquired taste. Like you can definitely taste the difference between like, cow meat and deer meat. Big difference. I actually rather like venison chili. I'm not gonna lie. I wish they sold it down here where I am. I'm not aware of any places that actually sell venison. I mean, I don't know of any traditional butcher shops around my neck of the woods here, but yeah, I eat a lot of turkey. I eat turkey slices, turkey hot dogs, turkey bacon. Sometimes, if I can get the low sodium bacon, I'll use that as a substitute. But I eat a lot of turkey. That's what helped me lose all that weight, by the way. You know, and I can wear XL jerseys like this. So, I mean, again, this jersey is an almost exact replica. Don't let the shoulders fool you. This is meant to have the shoulder pads in it like they used to wear. So this is like a one-for-one replica. The later Mitchell and Ness jerseys, like I have a Phil Simms jersey from the same time period, doesn't look like this, so don't let it fool you. But yeah, I love turkey, even though it's kind of like flavorless and not salty in any way or fatty in any way. But it's much healthier because, it's mostly protein. So, but I love turkey. Every so often, like I get those, I think I showed them on camera, the packs of those, I forgot what they're called. The turkey hot dogs, I'll fry them in olive oil with a little bit of rock salt and garlic powder. Oh man, they are awesome. Have I ever tried grass-fed beef? That's the beef that's like more dark red than bright red. Not really, to be honest with you. Most of the steaks I get from Sam's Club. If I were to bring my phone to my freezer, you're gonna see individual aluminum foil packs for each steak that I bought recently, which is all New York strips. As a matter of fact, let's go do it right now. Fuck that. You're gonna see how well stocked I am. Those are all individual New York strips right there, including right here. So there's enough steak to last me for like 30 days. Well, that's what these are right here. I get these from Walmart. These are the like they sell them in 3 different tiers, like the Bubba Gump burgers and all that stuff. But I like to get the what do you call them? Like the lean beef, and they have them in different percentages and different tiers. But I put them on the George Foreman grill, and it takes all the fat out anyway. So I get the cheapest ones I can find, and just let the George Foreman grill take out all that grease and oil. I mean, you have to have a little bit of fat in there, otherwise it makes the meat dry. So I introduce margarine or butter into the mix. He's got the stash, boys. That's true. I do have the stash. And that's what makes today so disappointing. Like I told her I was going to do this. And you saw it. You saw it live on camera. That's all steak. That's all fucking steak. Those are all New York strips. I was not kidding. There's like fucking 20 or 30 different steaks that I wrapped up individually. So the way I do it, I pat them down when I open them up. I wrap them, well, I put them in a plastic bag, the freezer bags, and then I wrap them in wax paper and then in aluminum foil, and I put them in my freezer. And they're good for like 6 to 8 months over the long term. And I told Maria I was going to do that. She didn't listen. Yeah, I love steak. I'm a meat junkie. I am a carnivore. You know, I'm not one of these impossible burger fuckers that love to eat grass chunks, fake steaks. No, I'm sorry, man. I gotta have real beef. Ugh. I gotta have real sausage, real pork. I mean, I don't eat a lot of pork these days anyway, except for the low sodium bacon. Yeah, I'm definitely not a vegan. Fuck no. Absolutely not. Listen, you have to have protein. You got to get your... I mean, even though I take a lot of supplements these days to keep my weight down, you have to have protein, natural protein. And that's why they don't want people eating beef and meat, especially men, because of the natural protein. You know, you got to have certain carbohydrates, certain good sugars, certain good starches, certain B vitamins. Here I go again. Again, I'm doing this in small doses. If it wasn't for the fact I drank them Red Bulls when I first started this live stream, I probably would not survive with you folks. And by the way, you folks put me through the gauntlet tonight asking me all these questions. And I did say, hey, throw your questions at me. So I kind of asked for it. But that's fine. Thank you guys for making me feel better. Really, I appreciate it. Thank you. I mean, I like my pastas, I like my salads, but you have... Yeah, that's my fault. Yep. That's definitely my fault. I asked for it. True. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Fuck you guys. I'm only teasing. I'm just teasing. You know how I am. No, I appreciate it. I truly do. I really do. Thank you guys. But, hey man, if I can't get a good... Hey, listen, if I can't laugh at myself once in a while, then what's the point? You know what I mean? I did ask for it, didn't I? So, roast away. Actually, I shouldn't be ringing that bell because I got my front door open. It's almost 2 in the morning. Holy shit. I'm almost on here for 3 hours already at this point. According to that clock, it's 2:52. 2 hours, 52 minutes. Damn. Minced garlic on a steak, or are you a ketchup? I fucking hate ketchup on a steak. Oh, I'm very old-fashioned that way. When I do my steaks, here's what I do. I do have a paring knife, and I do have one of those, what do they call them? Those fucking meat beaters, the hammers for my steaks. But I like the paring knife because I like to do it by hand. Oh, I'm a steak snob. I am a steak snob across the board. And then once I actually soften the meat, I like to, old school, well, I mean, I don't use table salt anymore. I use the Himalayan rock salt, which is fucking awesome. So I'll do both sides of the steak with Himalayan rock salt, old school black pepper, onion and garlic powder, and that's it. On the skillet, throw a little olive oil on the skillet, let it burn, move the steak around, flip it, move the steak around, and then I'll introduce the butter on top of that. Scoop the butter on top of the steak, flip it, scoop the butter on top of the steak. I like my steaks medium rare. And then I do have a torch to put a little crunchy crunch on the top and sear the outside of the steak. And then, then you put your sides like corn or refried beans or whatever it may be. And you got yourself a great meal. My dad liked A1 steak sauce only because he liked A1 steak sauce and no other reason. He liked broiled fucking sirloins. I don't like broiled anything. I'd rather do it in the skillet. It's the closest to barbecue I can do here in my home. I hate fucking ketchup on steak. There's nothing more insulting than putting any type of crap except for salt, pepper, onion, and garlic powder on a steak and butter sauce or whatever you want to do, garlic sauce, whatever it is. Ugh. I'm old-fashioned that way. If that's one thing, I'm sorry, Pop. My dad's photos right there. He's probably looking at me. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, you know what? You shouldn't have to, garnish your steaks with anything than salt and pepper at minimum. I put the onion and garlic powder because I like a little more kick. But let me tell you, that Himalayan rock salt changed the game. I don't like table salt anymore. You will not catch table salt in my home anymore. You've got to get the pink Himalayan rock salt. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff. It's a little more expensive, but it's well worth it. Especially if you salt your steaks overnight for like 24 hours, you let them sit in the fridge. They may oxidize a little bit, but that's not going to hurt a steak if you're going to actually, cook your steaks the next day. Oh, big difference. Big difference. You can tell the difference between Himalayan rock salt and table salt. The Himalayan rock salt is more tart and pungent versus white table salt, which is kind of like, it's very tart in flavor. This just makes the flavor of the meat really, really like much more pronounced and really draws out the moisture in the steak. Oh, it's so good. There's no difference between white table salt and Himalayan rock salt. Like, again, it's a little more expensive, but it's well worth it. Well worth it. I think a good jar, like I get the big jars that are about this big, probably about 5 or 6 inches, about the same size as like a jar of Parmesan cheese, for example. It's like $5, $6. Well worth it. Or you can get the Himalayan rock salt that you can ground inside the jar itself. That's like $7 or $8. Still worth it. But for me, the Himalayan rock salt is the way to go, in my opinion. So, chopped onions and garlic, salt, pepper. 10 minutes low heat. So do you, all right, so I'm going to ask you folks a question. When you do your burgers, do you put an egg into the chopped meat or not? I'll eat it both ways. I'll eat a burger without the egg, and I'll eat a burger with the egg mixed in if it's fresh chopped meat. So that's my question to you. Do you make your burgers with a raw egg or 2 raw eggs, or do you omit the egg and just do it? So 99 says, yes, I do. I do it both ways. Doesn't really matter at this point. I'm surprised I'm still retaining this audience. I mean, I got anywhere between 7 to 10 viewers. Jeez, I know probably half of them are trolls. Now, I know who's watching already, so they're just looking at clip. Is a secret Ramsey? I don't know about that. Man, I would not fuck with Gordon Ramsay. I've been watching a lot of his stuff lately. What the fuck are you doing? What kind? Oh, it's gross. I love it when he sits down at the table and he's trying the food from some of these restaurants. It's like, oh, it tastes like a wet fucking sock. Oh, it's a baby diaper. I love Gordon Ramsay's commentary. He doesn't do that with the kids, but he does that with restaurants and hotels and stuff like that. Pretty funny. Oh, geez, here we go. Guys, there's no turning back. I might actually polish off this bottle. I really shouldn't. And I have another big bottle just like this. I don't think I'm going to polish off this bottle in one sit down, but yeah, Gordon, you know what it is? It's that pride. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm not talking about faggot rainbow pride. I'm talking about stubbornness pride. You know, you got people that have been around since the 70s and 80s, and they just don't get with the times. And those are the people that give Gordon Ramsay the most resistance. And the old ways, in some cases, simply don't work anymore. And a lot of people just won't accept that, unfortunately. I didn't pour enough wine. Yeah, a lot of that is because of I'm old, therefore I think I'm right, therefore you can't question me, therefore I'm stubborn. I bought a Gordon cookbook and I made BBQ sauce with ketchup. And broken both ways, like 6 different herbs and spices. You know who you have to watch? You have to watch Uncle Roger. For you! When he goes up against Gordon Ramsay, all these famous cooks. Actually, he has like a famous rivalry, but it's nothing serious with Gordon Ramsay. He actually has multiple videos of Gordon Ramsay. So he's like, and even Gordon Ramsay say, oh shit, I have to compete with fucking Uncle Roger. Gordon Ramsay don't know how to cook because he's whiter than toilet paper for you. Hiya. Base not name. Yeah. See this how white people cook ramen noodles for you. I like watching Uncle Roger. He's funny. I watched a video with him watching How to Basic. If you ever seen How to Basic, oh shit. They're still going. That's oh my god, what's his name? Oh fuck. Oh, what does he call himself these days? He has like a drinking channel. What does he call himself? Shit. He had a Pokemon channel. Now he has like a drinking channel. He did a lot of stuff with oh dude. Oh, I'm brain farting. That's the wine kicking in. What the hell is his name? Damn it. The Japanese dude who did the what do they call it? The something shake? The Harlem Shake? Oh god, I'm brain farting. Oh, forgive me. No, I don't know. Imagine me. Yeah, I would never go up against Gordon Ramsay. I don't stand a chance. Gordon Ramsay would show up with his English mug. What the fuck, TCC? There's too much fucking salt. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? What is this? Can I get two seconds, please? 2 seconds. What is all this shite? What is all this? Here. God. Gordon Ramsay is cool. He is cool. I like what he does with the kids. He doesn't yell and scream at kids and stuff like that. Like he tries to teach them right from wrong and all that stuff. But when you're talking about grown adults, it's like, come on now. He would say, I can beat you with a lemon. Yeah. He's got a certain panache about him that I appreciate. Like he would smack you with a slice of salami. You know? Something like that. But he's really good. He's good. The only thing I don't like is when he does barbecue, supposed barbecue. His barbecue is not like Southern barbecue. Oh, they take a lot of pride with barbecue down here in the South. I learned that years ago. A proper barbecue is done with smoke and charcoal down here. Like when I talk barbecue, you have a gift. Do I have a grill? Well, I have a big hibachi electric grill, and I have a George Foreman. That's what I had at the pool for the 4th of July. And it just makes life a lot easier because you don't have to buy charcoal. But it's not the same, you know? Like if you get the wood charcoal with the certain flavorings built into wood charcoal, oh, it's awesome. But, you know, to save time, I mean, obviously, you know, my crew, they're very simple, but their taste just like I am. I just want to fucking eat. You know what I mean? When you're out there drinking beer and having a good time, you just want to eat. So, holy cow, man. I can't believe it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Jeez. What's the story with the pool? So the pool's still fucked up. There's some electronic stuff going on. I actually got the inside scoop. It's not because of what happened with the 4th of July. It's a mechanical issue going on with the pool, unfortunately. It doesn't look good. It's not safe to swim in right now because whatever process they use to get the pool circulating and all that kind of stuff, it's green and hopefully in the next week or two they'll get that thing operating. I mean, to be honest with you, it's too hot to go to the pool anyways because you're going to be out there in the hot air. Yeah, down here what they do is during the winter months, I mean, we pretty much have maybe a month and a half to 2 months of like ice cold winters that are freezing and below, but they really don't drain the pool. They might drain the pool halfway and then fill the pool back up again to full capacity to save on money. But they do a good job in shocking the pool and balancing the pH and all that stuff. But it's just whatever component is busted right now. And plus with the heat and mechanical issues do come up when you have extreme heat or extreme cold. In this case, you know, today or yesterday, technically, depending on where you live, we reached 106 on the heat index. And whatever mechanical issues are going on, unfortunately, dirked the pool. So we just got to sit back and wait. Nothing we can do. And actually, I kind of prefer that because it's basically a big bathtub of hot water. As much as you want to jump in the water to cool down, you know, when you got sun beating down on a body of water for too long, it's like going into like a pot of water yourself. You don't want to boil your, I don't want to say the N word, but you don't want to boil your tatas, folks. Especially you fellas out there. You don't want to boil the sausage, if you know what I'm talking about. Holy cow. I didn't think I'd be on here for 3 hours. Yeah, it's probably steaming hot outside. Alexa, what's the current temperature? Listen to this.
Right now, it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
80 degrees at 2 o'clock in the morning. You would think this was Arizona. But that's the deep south for you. That's how it is. 80 degrees at 2 o'clock in the morning, according to my G-Shock watch. Jeez. Well, I'm not going to lie, folks. Listen, I've been on here for... Unless you guys want me to stay on here, let me know in the chat. I kind of want to sign off. I'm starting to get a little from that red wine. I can't believe I killed about almost 2/3 of that wine already. If you want me to stay on here, I will. You let me know in the chat. I tell you what, how do most people do this? If you want me to continue, put 1 in the chat. If you want me to wrap up, put 2 in the chat. I'm going to head to bed as well, so I'll consider that a 2. 69. No, in all honesty, no, I'm burnt out, guys. But again, I really appreciate all of you. Thank you for hanging out. It's over 9,000! You remember that meme? The Vegeta meme? But again, like I said, in all seriousness, thank you guys. I really appreciate you spending some time with me here tonight. Let me vent and let me talk some shit. I didn't ask for this crap. It's still hard to believe. I'm probably going to watch a little more YouTube. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Well, we'll have some fun times. It's just, right now, the wound is wide open. It just needs time to close up and heal and turn into a scab. You know, we'll see what happens. But God bless you all. Thank you so much. Again, cheers to every one of you. Much appreciated. Even the haters. You might not believe it, but I know I talk a lot of shit. But even for my haters, I really don't want to see anything happen bad to anybody. I really don't. Because if it can happen to me, it can happen to somebody else. And I know what it feels like. So, but thank you, everybody. God bless. Stay safe. Let's see what happens tomorrow. It's your host, the Carolina Collector, signing off. Take care, everybody.